Hello, people, and welcome back to Koudelka Part 75. I am your host, Stanley, and today, Nico is sick, so I have to take over. That's right, it is just me. You have to deal with me for 16.22 minutes. The entire time. There is no one here. At all.
Oh, hello, BS. What was that supposed to be?
What's supposed to be? I don't know, Shamba. Why are you here, man? Last I heard, you were in like a coma or something.
No, that was lightning. It's not a coma.
Oh, lightning can put you in comas.
No, it usually kills you.
So what? Now we're fighting ravens or crows or whatever the hell.
I don't really know. They look like
Well,
parrots for me.
they're on fire now, whatever they are.
They're dead, whatever they are.
Yeah.
I remember on one of my earlier playthroughs, they were really dodgy. They would avoid most of the hits.
Weird.
But yeah, now since on this playthrough I actually understand how the stats work, or at least understand them better to not ever invest in certain other stats, and I'm just basically jacked up on everything.
It's a good thing you poured all your stat points into luck. It's really come in handy.
I didn't put a single fucking point into luck. And here I'm basically looking for a certain thing, because the way like the cutscene with Roger is a little bit weird because they show you a different camera angle that does not exist actually.
Ouch.
But I wasn't actually looking for the way up because that's there. I was looking for this.
Charlotte's grave. Charlotte being the little girl who got tortured to death, right?
Beheaded at the age of 9.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
indeed.
I think there is. Oh yeah, there isn't really anything here. I don't even know if that does a thing. Because you see, this is the grave we prayed on when that cutscene happened, and it's like two screens away from where they were actually showing you.
Strange times. They probably made the cutscene before they fully finished the stage, so to speak.
Maybe, or it just feels kind of pointless to even put that thing over there because they didn't even like hide any items there.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I wanted to point out, I absolutely adore how much effort they put into like in general the animations and the battle system. While everything loads in for fucking ever, they are actually very, very well detailed. Like almost every enemy, unless it's a recolor, which there are a couple towards the very end, but it's not to the point of many other RPGs. Like every enemy moves sort of differently. Every enemy will have a slightly different sound effect when they walk, when they move, when they attack. Rarely ever they do because they die before they even get to freaking take an action. But yeah, there was a great deal of effort put into the visual side of it, even though it is all low polygon PS1 horror.
And uncompressed, probably.
No, they couldn't allow themselves to do that back then. The reason it is on the reason it is on 4 disc is probably because they wanted the audio quality to actually be pretty decent, and now we're gonna have a cutscene. Our brother in a second.
Liar.
Koudelka!
Edward,
Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
that's not completely the case. I have some bad news for you. I saw the caretakers, both the husband and wife.
Really, where were
They're
they?
dead. Apparently they were the ones responsible for killing all the thieves and desperados that were sneaking into the monastery. And with good reason.
I don't know. I don't believe it.
You should know very well what has been going on. Ogden was trying to avenge the death of Elaine.
Death of Elaine? I don't believe it. This is preposterous. Who is Elaine?
I have no idea. All I know is Elaine's spirit called me to this place. Tell me, who is Elaine? And Patrick? The caretakers told me that robbers broke into Elaine's home while Patrick was away and murdered her. Elaine was a benefactor for the caretakers. They took it upon themselves to murder every single robber and desperado that entered their grounds. It was a form of revenge for them.
I'm originally from Ireland, you see. Although small, my family had a successful business and was soon able to send me to school, which I loved from a very early age. I was soon accepted to a prestigious university in England. And with my parents' assistance, I made my way across the ocean. I met Patrick at university. We were both studying chemistry and embarking upon similar paths. About that same time, we began competing for the love of a beautiful woman, Elaine, and we had a falling out. I loved Elaine with all my heart. Omnia vincit amor. But love does not conquer all. I soon discovered that I lacked the social status and inheritance money necessary to properly care for someone so well-bred and sheltered as Elaine. I gave up my suit and made way for Patrick. To ease my pain, I joined the church and left the secular world behind. And being the perfectionist I am, the Vatican made me a bishop in charge of some very important matters. But it's been so hard to distance myself from one's emotional attachments. Although I had not seen them for 20 years, I wish them all the best in their life together. And if it hadn't been for this, I wouldn't have thought twice about seeing Patrick again. That's right, Patrick. How can this be? He promised me he was going to take care of Elaine and make her happy. What could have happened?
Being a witness to the gory aftermath. I have a hard time believing the caretakers were acting on revenge alone. Believe me, it was an unimaginably heinous sight. And what about these monsters that keep appearing? No, there's a bigger secret we have yet to uncover. This is the key to Patrick's mansion. Shall we go?
We shall go. However, they did not very well specify in which direction that is.
To the east.
Well, you remember those, that one place with those two dolls?
No.
The one that where I went one time in order to actually show that they attack you if you try to take a key from them.
Yes.
Yes, we have to go there because now we have 2 of their dolls. And you can go through. Yeah, this is the place where Roger actually was. I am actually curious if he was the one who bricked the wall.
Why would he do that?
Well, he said he wasn't able to get any good sleep.
True. True.
So I would imagine that he set up that whole puzzle thing with the sound, so nobody could ever get through. Most certainly me. And then brick the wall from the other side.
Well, that would give you some pretty damn good privacy, I would imagine.
Yeah, for like 100 years. And he's still there.
Why haven't the monsters eaten his corpse yet?
I don't know, maybe they like their meat fresh. Or moving.
I guess.
They're like cats, they want to play around with it.
Even
And
the giant brain thing?
probably they're probably all cats.
Hey, look, a save point.
Let's ignore it.
Why?
Because
You
I'm
always...
basically at full health, and besides I can save at like 3 more doors on the way.
But you always save when given the chance. Don't you know anything about RPGs?
I know enough about this one. There is basically no way to screw yourself over, really. Besides, well, maybe a couple points, but I think I already passed that. Oh yeah, and this also important thing. This is the last point at which you can get those letters for Charlotte, because otherwise you will otherwise you will miss out on a very good item. You'll still get an item, it's just not quite as good as the one you can get, and it also yields in a much more interesting turn of events. Doesn't change the ending, it just gives you a different event. Yeah, so we're going through all of those stashes of treasure. Back to the place that has the tank with acid that we still cannot use. I will never get over that.
Are we ever gonna meet the giant gargoyle thing again?
What do you mean by giant gargoyle thing?
The monster that separated the group in the first place.
Oh yes, we will.
Good.
It is the longest fight in the game.
As it should be.
It's around an hour long.
Jesus.
Thankfully, I was able to speed it up, and in the end, it's still pretty long, but not quite as much.
Okay.
And here are the dolls.
At first I thought that said Valor and Vagina, and I was about to be very confused.
Yeah, Vigna is particularly yes. Yeah, unless you have 2 of their dolls, it's not gonna work. But I don't think it's even possible to forget them, because dolls are just kind of in plain sight. And this whole green key is kind of redundant, since you only use it for this.
The door right next to him.
Yeah, like I would imagine, like in this case, it would have just been easier to be like, a mysterious force is holding the doors.
Yeah.
I mean, they're right next to it.
Wouldn't be realistic enough.
Or maybe it would just require additional programming, which isn't exactly what those people did best.
Clearly.
Yes, I did the fire.
Yeah. Didn't you know Edward's a master magician?
Well, you can make him. It just takes unnecessary effort.
So glad to see you pouring all your points into luck. It's great.
Luck is never going to be useful. And here is the gate that actually was at the beginning of disc 2, where we are talking to Charlotte. And where she sent a cute little prince against us.
Yeah. Potion, not alcohol.
Totally not blood.
Yeah.
And here we're going to stop. Bye bye.